Update 26, The Old Blood, is live on PC. First things first, logging into the game at any point before the 31st of December at 11:59 PM Eastern Time will get you 3 former and a 7-day affinity booster. And if players have an account that was made at any date before the 18th of October, and that account is Mastery Rank 3 or higher, you will receive a Legendary Core on top of that. Grendel is live and can be purchased from the in-game market by itself for 325 platinum, or you can purchase the Grendel collection as that is also available, and it contains Grendel, the alternate Glut helmet, the Sumba Sciendana, the signature melee weapon the Massateer, and a 3-day affinity and credit booster, all for 565 platinum. For free-to-play players, you can acquire Grendel via unique keys found at the Arbitration vendor in the Relay, which requires all nodes on the star chart to be completed in order to access. In total, there are 3 keys at the vendor, with each costing 25 Vitus Essence. Each key has a specific part tied to it, so if you want only one part, grab the key for it and start running. These keys unlock nodes on Europa, where players will have to complete a mission where your mods and arcanes are disabled. Grendel's blueprint, on the other hand, can be purchased via the market for 35,000 credits. The Glut helmet costs 75 platinum by itself, the Sciendana 100, and the Massateer costs 175 platinum. The Massateer can be researched in the Tenno lab at your clan dojo, and if you use the weapon with Grendel, you'll be immune to staggers and knockdowns while using the heavy attack. As for Grendel's abilities, you have Feast. Grendel eats nearby enemies and stores them in the gut, consuming energy. Holding the cast will spew the enemies up. Nourish consumes an enemy in the gut and provides a buff to nearby players within the radial cast. Your buffs will be energy, armor, and damage. Regurgitate will shoot an enemy from the gut outwards towards the directed target. Pulverize can be activated once you have enough enemies stored in the gut, and it will turn Grendel into a ball that you control. It will consume energy and the enemies within your gut. Jumping and impacting the ground will slam nearby enemies. And lastly, her passive is simply 50 more armor with each enemy consumed. With the release of this update, Grendel and Atlas have Liverian exhibits, and they can be accessed via their market or codex pages. Continuing with the platinum-based purchases, the Titania Empress Deluxe collection can be purchased from the in-game market for 275 platinum, and it comes with the exclusive Denrite Gunblade skin and the Heartwood armor set. The armor set contains the shoulder pads, chest plate, and leg plates. If you wish to purchase only the skin, you can do so for 165 platinum, but keep in mind you will need to pay the full price of the collection at a later date if you do want the Gunblade skin or armor set. With the release of the Parazon, players can also purchase the Essential Parazon mod bundle for 75 platinum. It contains all the basic mods for the Parazon. The mods are Blood for Ammo, Blood for Energy, Blood for Life, Hit and Rune, Auto Breach, Live Wire, Failsafe, Untraceable, Master Key, Runtime, Out of Sight, and Intruder. The hacking mods for the Parazon can be found in the Spy Vaults, and the finisher mods can drop from the game's bosses. The Parazon can be found in the arsenal and has 3 basic mod slots. You'll also have 3 more that will appear when you have Requiem mods, and they are specifically for Requiem mods. The Parazon can also perform mercy kills on enemies that are below a certain health threshold, but it's random as to if the mark will appear on the enemy if their health is within that threshold range. Also, the threshold is incredibly low. DE has also moved the finishers to the interact key, as they said now you can either use a finisher or continue with your melee strike without unwanted finishers. The Parazon is also used for hacking now, but only visually. The hacking system remains the same as it was prior to the update, outside of the Parazon hosting mods for hacking. The aforementioned Requiem mods are tied to the Ecovillage systems. We'll talk about that soon, but these mods can be acquired via Requiem relics that have a 30% chance to drop from Kuva Siphon missions, but they also have a guaranteed drop from Kuva Flood missions. There are 4 Requiem relics in the game, with 2 Requiem mods in each. To open a Requiem relic, you will need to play the Requiem Survival Fisher mission. RR for short can be refined just like normal relics, and it costs Void Traces just like normal relics. Once you have your Requiem mods, they'll have 3 charges, with a charge being used upon finding the correct combination to kill a Kuva Lich. Once all 3 charges are gone, the mod will be consumed and you'll need to find another one. There are in total 8 Requiem mods in the game: Lock, Zada, Jahu, Vohm, Riss, Foss, Netra, and Kra. RRs will contain a new item, which is the Riven Sliver. These are used to purchase a Veiled Riven mod from Paladino at the Iron Wake each week. You will need 10 of them. The Ecovillage Nemesis system, in order to start it and generate your own, you will need to enter a level 20 or higher Grineer mission and wait for a Kuva Guardian to address you, and then spawn a Kuva Larveling. Kill the Larveling and extract for your own Lich to be generated. From there, you can open up your Lich menu via the game's menu or navigation by clicking the red tab. This menu will display all the necessary information for you to hunt down and eventually kill or convert your Lich. There's even a tutorial. Now, the process of this system follows. Open navigation, find the planet with a red blood overlay, run the missions on that node, but make sure you select the generated Lich's mission. Keep in mind, playing these nodes will result in some of your loot being stolen upon extraction, and all loot taken will eventually be returned to you once you kill your Kuva Lich. Now, when you are in your unique mission for your Kuva Lich, unique red markers will appear above enemies, and these markers indicate your Lich's thrall. Gun them down, interact with them to execute a mercy finisher. Doing this will grant you progress towards unveiling one of the 3 Requiem mods required to kill the Lich. It shows up every time you execute a mercy finisher on a thrall. The process will take some time. Now, at the moment, we do not have the clan trading system in the game, so the only way to get a new Lich is by killing or converting your current one. Once you unveil all 3 of the Requiem mods required to kill your Lich, you will need to take guesses at which mod order will get the kill. You can do this in your Parazon's modding screen. To have the Lich spawn, you'll need to kill Thrall and clear his influence by playing the red nodes, as I mentioned beforehand, on the star chart. He has a higher chance to spawn the higher his anger bar is, which is in the Lich menu under his abilities. Once you fight, if you have the wrong combination, he will defeat you. He'll increase in rank and escape, but if you defeat him, you'll have a choice to make. Finish him off and gain his randomly generated Kuva variant weapon, and then get another Lich generated, or simply convert it. Converting your Lich will give it a chance to spawn in missions at times of need to assist you, but you will not get the weapon if you do convert it. Each weapon is unique as it will have random elemental stats and bonuses, plus it is a Kuva variant of the already existing weapons. Those weapons being the Karak, Quatak, Ogress, Com, Tonkor, Dracoon, Twin Stubber, Seer, Kraken, and Bruk. The Karak has increased reload speed, lower recoil, and better accuracy. The Quatak fires automatically from the hip and reloads faster. The Ogress fires detonite-infused casings semi-automatically from a smaller clip while also dealing greater damage per shot. The Com has a higher fire rate than the original, and with every shot fired in rapid succession, the Kuva Com will release an additional bolt and grow more lethal. The Tonkor has increased reload speed. The Dracoon sends volleys of intensely hot shrapnel ricocheting around the room that do not slow down. It also has a larger clip size and reload speed, and it can be fired in wide or concentrated bursts. The Twin Stubber has a higher fire rate and clip capacity. The Seer has a higher fire rate and magazine capacity with superior zoom capability, plus the projectiles will have a small corrosive burst. The Kraken will fire 3 shots with a single pull of the trigger, or you can alt fire and send the whole clip out of the gun. It will have higher fire rate, magazine capacity, and reload speed. And lastly, there is the Bruk, which is a semi-automatic hand cannon that delivers a lot of punch in a small package with a higher fire rate, magazine capacity, and reload speed. What I just read was what they have over their original versions. Now, 3 new weapons are also tied to the Kuva Liches, and they are the Chak-Her, which is a high damage flintock rifle that does additional damage on headshots, the Shield Egg, which is a massive hammer for smashing, and the Aanga, which is an arc gun that can be turned into a heavy weapon with a Gravamag, just like other arc guns in the game. Now, the Kuva Liches also have the chance to generate with an ephemera, and upon their death or conversion, they will have a chance to drop said ephemera. In total, there are 7 new ephemeras that have not been shown as of release, so we'll have to wait and see what the community unveils. Lastly, in regards to the Liches, DE has said they do plan to add other factions to the Nemesis system, but we'll have to wait and see how long that takes. The Ecovillage Hunter Collection can be found in the market for 835 Platinum and provides players with a copy of each of the new Requiem mods that I just mentioned, a Radiant Requiem Relic pack, as well as the exclusive to this pack, Kuva Zevok Shoulder and Chestplate, the Kuva Mevek Chestplate, the Kuva Cred Chestplate, the Kuva Tyreg Shoulder and Chestplate, the Kuva Arang Chestplate, and the Tolan and Stra Leg Plates. There is also 7 color palettes in this bundle, once again exclusive to it, and they are desaturated versions of already existing palettes, where they're under the title of The Undying, Agony, Hatred, Fear, Conquest, Rot, and Darkness. Mentioned throughout the previous pack was also the Radiant Requiem Relic pack, and that can be purchased individually in the market for 85 Platinum, where it contains one of each Requiem Relic in the game. For companions, there is now the Euphrates Pet Armor pack that costs 150 Platinum, and it comes with a Tigress-themed armor for your Kavat and Kubrau, with each armor being sold separately for 90 Platinum. Primary and secondary Exilus slots have also made their debut with this update. They cost 20 Platinum each, but can be purchased as a blueprint from the syndicates in the game for 75,000 standing. The crafting costs are 25,000 credits, a former, a single exceptional sentient core, and an Orokin cell. The blueprint can also be acquired as a reward from your Requiem relics, and DE has commented on their addition to the game, where they said, "These adapters will be for your primary and secondary weapons only. Once we have finished making changes to the melee system, we will reevaluate the need for a melee variant." The conversation of tight capacity already exists, without the addition of the Exilus weapon mod slot, so we're making the mods default polarities, meaning all Exilus weapon mods are Naramon or Madurai, V or Dash. If you're familiar with the Exilus mods, they are utility or movement mods, not sustained DPS grants. The following mods are the eligible Exilus weapon mods that sustain the utility intention. Anything not included in this list was deemed DPS affecting and not true utility. So the mods you can use are Ammo Drum, Shell Compression, Trick Mag, Primed and Standard Rifle Ammo Mutation, Primed and Standard Shotgun Ammo Mutation, Primed and Standard Pistol Ammo Mutation, Arrow Mutation, Sniper Ammo Mutation, and Vigilante Supplies. There's also Eagle Eye, Broad Eye, Overview, Air Recon, Aero Periphery, Agile Aim, Snapshot, Sprice Lights, Gun Glide, Double Barrel Drift, Stabilizer, Vile Precision, Strafing Slide, Steady Hands Guided Ordnance, Narrow Barrel, Targeting Subsystem, Hush, Silent Battery, Suppress, Soft Hands, Twitch, Reflex Draw, Lock and Load, Tactical Reload, Eject Magazine, Terminal Velocity, Fatal Acceleration, Lethal Momentum, Adhesive Blast, Cautious Shot, Fomorian Accelerant, Kinetic Ricochet, and Tether Grenades. They've also made the following changes to stats and mod drain to the aforementioned Exilus mods, so that follows. Shell Compression and Ammo Drum have been increased to plus 90% ammo, and Vile Precision is now at minus 90% recoil. Lock and Load, Tactical Reload, Eject Magazine, and Vile Precision are now at a mod drain of 9. Cautious Shot is at a mod drain of 10. Rifle Ammo Mutation, Shotgun Ammo Mutation, Arrow Mutation, and Sniper Ammo Mutation are all at 7, and their prime variants are all at 10. You can now also purchase up to 6 mod or cosmetic config slots, with each extra slot costing 10 Platinum. In order to purchase these, you will need to go to their respective menus and click the plus icon. In order to do this, you must be at least Mastery Rank 10. The Vasko Kavod has also been added into the game, and you can acquire it by taking your Kavod into the Plains of Eidolon at night and having it interact with a wild Vasko. From there, you will need to imprint it and breed 2 together. The conservation vendor Master Tiasani in Cetus has a cure for the Vasko Kavod if you don't want your Kavod infected, but she has also got the required conservation tools to find the Vasko as well as to conserve it. She also has Floose, since the Vasko has been added to the conservation system. The Vasko can be acquired via the market via the Vasko Kavod starting kit for 105 Platinum, as it includes an incubator core, 10 Kavod genetic codes, 6 DNA stabilizers, a stasis slot, genetic code template, and 2 Vasko imprints. This new Kavod has 2 new precepts as well, and those are Vampiric Bite, where the bite bypasses armor, draining her prey of life and adding it to her own, and Transfusion, where when her master is in bleed out, the Vasko sacrifices some of her health to raise them. Now next up we have the Catch Moon changes. They've decreased the fall off damage from 100 to 10, decreased the range of the projectile from 40 to 20 meters, and the fall off range has gone from 20 to 30 meters to 8 to 16 meters. Please note that we are monitoring item usage for other weapons who use similar projectiles, aka the Fulmin and Archiplasmal, but we will provide notice before we consider changing anything. We are simply monitoring at this phase. Next is Arbitration Changes and Fixes, where they said the following. Some time has passed since our recent arbitration tweaks. After observing stats and listening to your feedback, here are our findings and plans going forward. The initial purpose of the changes, rebalancing the different mission types, was a success. Vitus Essence output is now more consistent across the board when tracking earnings per mission type. We heard your thoughts regarding the drop tables, especially the points about mod drops. We think there is value to having both purchasable offerings as well as luck-based drops, but we can see how these items quote-unquote diluting endo drops would be a concern. We are addressing this desire for more consistent endo from two angles. One, more of the drop table mods that have been available since Arbitration's release, aka Vigorous Swap and Rolling Guard, will be moved to the Arbiter's offerings for Vitus, replacing their percentages with more endo. 2. We are adding a new way for players to gain even more endo if they so choose. A new Itan sculpture, the Itan Zembuka, is now available from the Arbiter's Honor store for 50 Vitus Essence. They continue. Offering a purchasable sculpture allows players to make consistent progress towards resource-based goals even if players already have certain items in the drop tables. They also said the following. Due to the addition of Vitus Essence dropping from drones, overall Vitus earnings are higher than we anticipated. We've decided to leave these values as is, but we will closely be watching the impact Arbitrations has on Kuva economy overall. As for the Arbitration Fixes, they reduce the number of Kavod defector squads required for a reward in defection arbitration missions down to 2, and they also added a Vitus Essence decoration to the Arbitration Honors store for 15 Vitus. They tweaked the Vitus pickup effects to be larger and red, and they fixed Vitus pickup sometimes falling through the floor. The heat status effect is also changing so that it now reduces target's armor to 50% of the original value, with subsequent heat procs refreshing the duration. Also, applying the status proc multiple times will deal more damage per tick as the flames increase. Titania can now transfer to her operator during Razor Wing. Titania's casting animations are now all upper body only, except for Razor Wing, and they've also trimmed the cast time of those abilities. Thorn's Tribute now has damage reflected and reduced. Titania can now spawn up to 4 more Razorflies if all tributes are active, with 1 per tribute. Razorflies can now pick up tributes, and enemies directly affected by Titania's Lantern will now have any damage they take dealt to them when the ability ends. Lastly, to end part 1 of the patch notes, DE has made tone mapping changes where they said, our goal with the changes to tone mapping is to alleviate fatiguing images by introducing darker mid-tones. Things may appear more washed out in contrast to how it was before, but don't worry, it's all intentional. If you spot things that are out of the ordinary and a real whack, please let us know. In saying that, they also showed the on-screen screenshot where it's showing before the update, and now they have the after shot which is showing after the update. Now this was part 1 of the patch notes for update 26 The Old Blood. I will be releasing part 2 that will go over the melee changes, Ember and Vauban's reworks, and if that video doesn't get too long, it will also include the general additions, optimizations, general changes, and the fixes across the board for the game. But if it is too long, then we'll have a part 3 if you guys want that. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Hopefully you're enjoying update 26. I got a lot of thoughts on it. Might release a video on it. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in part 2.